Why do most small businesses struggle with conversion? So here's quite a big list. I would like each of you to type into the chat which of these you're struggling with. Because going forward, we can perhaps do some stuff. And I urge you guys, please, to follow Suze Bouwer on social media, because the tips I share there will be critical when we don't have this continuous content coaching going on anymore. I will continue to provide the tips in the KISS group and on my social media. So at the bottom of the funnel, you now have warm leads who already know your brand, your business, and are considering the options. However, too often, social media and other marketing tactics at this stage fails because of focus. I need you to tell me what is the ahas on this list. I'm going to fly through them, but as usual, they will be in the replay and in the worksheet. So for those of you who are not in Content Marketing Kaizen, remember, I offer you the replay at a very inexpensive rate. And this week's replay is going to be full of value. So first of all, a weak or unclear offer. Now that's why I've added this irresistible offer training here at the end. Because some of you, and I'm seeing some people nodding, don't even know if your offer is strong enough or weak enough, or what is going to be the game changer here today, how to put it out there. You've got to make that offer irresistible, emphasizing transformation. For my course creation clients on here, there's that word again. It's all about their transformation. If you want to start promoting an irresistible offer, stop focusing on you, stop focusing on what you do, focus on what they get, how they feel, what are the changes you can see in them. Then misaligned messaging and targeting. That all comes down to the wrong people. And if you've got the right people, are you talking to them with the wrong information at a stage they are not at yet, or at awareness level that they are not at yet? Can you see how now the information and education is such an important part of the funnel, where you are explaining stuff to them without selling or promoting? You've got to refine that targeting, and there is absolutely no excuse not to do it. The worksheet, the training is all in the course portal. You've got to shift your messaging to outcomes. And then your call to action, remember the different conversions, has to relate to the conversion you want. And here's a big one, ignoring buyer objections. Are you focusing on the questions people are asking? Are you focusing on what their concerns might be, limiting beliefs, those kind of things that are holding people back from coming to your premises, from going to your website, from clicking on the WhatsApp button to ask you a question? You need to sit and consider the common concerns, the frequently asked questions, beliefs they might have, objections they might be raising. Sorry, coffee time. Make a point of focusing on those, and at least one bit of content a week should be on addressing those things, on focusing on those things. Say to yourself, what can I share here today that really moves my audience? And then over-reliance on organic reach. So here's the bad news for some of you, but I've got you covered. You do need to pay to play, and I'm going to talk a bit about that today. And we have got a workshop planned for you, because you cannot in this day and age rely on organic reach alone. Russet is still okay over there because the audience is very different, but our organic reach in South Africa, for the audiences many of you in front of me are trying to reach, is a difficult game. And paying to play, I'm afraid, is a necessity. So the lack of urgency or scarcity. So many of you, yeah, put your hand up right in the chat. How many of you are too scared to ask for the sale? You're being all wishy-washy. Oh, please, can you just sign up? Please, can you click on the share? Come join me, instead of, you need this. I have got something you need. And urgency and scarcity, folks, is not scammy, not sleazy snake oil salesman stuff. It is helping people choose. It is helping people make a decision. So triggers, scarcity triggers are a way of, imagine that person when you post, here's an analogy for you. Visualize that person sitting on the fence and you're giving them a scarcity trigger, might be price limited availability, whatever. You're seeing them sitting on the fence and you're pushing them and you're going, yes, are you coming or you going? Visualize that and what do you post to make them either lean into you or the other way. And then the next point, clear call to actions. Again, very related to scarcity. How many of you are putting beautiful, nice, kind, and be kind to yourself content out there and not actually saying, sign up, click on this button now, buy now? You've got to help people by giving them the next step. That's all a call to action is. This is what you do next. And everything should have a call to action, even if it's just WhatsApp me. Let's have a conversation. Post something in the comments. And then you are very sure to reply, because there's nothing ruder than posting a call to action and not responding. And think about, one important point I've got here is making that call to action frictionless and making the steps simple. The harder you make it for people to engage, the more they're going to seep through the cracks or leak through your content funnel. No trust. So we have done a lot of talk about, in the middle of the funnel, the last training, about building that trust in the middle. And if you haven't built that and they come down to the bottom and the trust factor is missing, they've gone, folks. So get over yourselves, ask for those testimonials, share those testimonials, interview customers, be proud of yourselves, share your accolades, share your successes. It's critical for getting people down here at the bottom of the funnel to take the next step. And here's the cracker for many of us so-called very busy people. Poor follow-up and nurturing. How many of you are guilty of that little message? You get that little emoji that's actually saying more to you than just a thumbs up. Some of us use an apple. So when you get that apple, what does that apple mean? It means you need to respond. So think about follow-ups and how valuable they are for nurturing. That draws them in, brings them closer, builds that connection. So lead nurturing and follow-up might be a very, very big gap that you need to focus on. And then the biggest issue, post-purchase engagement. So they bought, now we're done. Lekker, you're now a customer. Now I'll just carry on and go back to the funnel, attract a whole lot. I'll work on my attraction funnel and all those kind of things. Whereas, if any of you have got a WooCommerce online shop or you've got a strategy properly built out, what is your top lead magnet product? What is your middle low threshold product? So then, sorry about that. So then what is your, well, engineer it backwards rather. What is your core product? Go and make a note now on a piece of paper for me. Engineer this backwards to make sure you've got this post-purchase engagement offer in place. What is your biggest, best sale? What comes before that? What is a small sale, but that could upsell to the big sale? So we're working backwards, huh? Take it back until you come to the freebie that gets people in. Now go and put all of those into your lead funnel from the top down to the bottom. Can you see how that works now? So you've got the attraction at the top, you've got the low threshold, we call it a tripwire. Isn't that a lovely word? You're tripping them over, they don't even realize they've tripped into your funnel. And then a low risk, low threshold offer that doesn't ask for too much. Maybe a small investment, but don't be afraid of asking for a small investment. A small investment is a micro commitment. It is more powerful than many of you are giving credit to. So you know the internationals with this, they used to have a $7 offer. You don't see it very much anymore. It's now gone up a bit. But for us, a small, less than 100 Rand offer. Once somebody takes out their credit card and buys a small investment, there's a commitment. So for me, for example, for many of you, you know, my low threshold is to get you to register on my course creation site. Even if you're just signing up for a free course, once you're on that site, it's much easier to get you to go forward, to buy the low threshold courses, to get involved in the bigger strategy. Does that help you build that funnel and show you the value of post-purchase engagement? Because you bring them back into the funnel then with a new offer, with something new they need. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff for you. I have given you all these plugs to plug the holes. Which will you use? Most small businesses don't need more leads. They need to optimize the bottom of funnel and convert existing interest into revenue. Is that not so true? We're so busy focusing on growing our followers, on putting stuff out there, on developing offers, but are we actually converting? So focusing on an outcome helps you achieve conversion goals, tighten your offer, remove friction, add urgency, and nurture leads. I promise you that will dramatically increase your sales.